Hello, and welcome to my channel. This is Elise here of Plan with Elise, and today we are talking about goals. We're talking about my February goals, and we are setting March goals. Now, I want to give a really short disclaimer, move that over, and say that I almost didn't film this video. And I almost didn't film it because I felt like I wasn't making any progress on my February goals, which I'll get into in a second. And I was like, I don't even know if I want to set March goals. I don't know if this is the right time for me to be goal setting. However, at the end of the day, if I don't set any goals, it's likely that the goals won't happen because there won't be any to set. If I do set goals and I don't achieve all of them, at least I've made some progress. So that's kind of my little disclaimer. So I first want to talk a little bit about February and share an overview of why things sort of changed. So if you've been watching my channel, I've shared that in March, James was going to move in with me. He ended up moving in with me in the first week of February, which wasn't really planned. It sort of just kind of happened. But as a result, a lot of the things that I had set out to do to prepare for that didn't happen because our time was more heavily focused on getting him settled in after the fact versus preparing. Also, it's been a schedule adjustment for me. Like, I've been so used to, filming videos or doing things for Plan with Elise or doing things around the house or working or reading or exercising on my days when he was at his place and I was at mine. Now that he's here, living here, I'm working on figuring out my new routines, my new schedule, what that all looks like, how to get everything done while also spending time together. And it's going to take a while for that adjustment to solidify. So I'm giving myself some grace, knowing that there's a huge life transition happening right now. Even if I didn't go anywhere and I didn't move, there's still a lot of changes happening, and they're all amazing changes, but it's important to recognize how those changes, have an impact on the way that I set up my life. So let's talk quickly about February, and then we're going to go to March. My February goals were to schedule a massage. I have one scheduled for March. If there's something like this that you're looking to do, maybe the goal can't be get a massage, because when I went to schedule it, there was zero availability for the month of February after 5 p.m. on weekdays, and there was no weekend availability. So if I had put get a massage on my February goal, it wouldn't have happened, but I had no control over that because the place I'm getting a massage at, I have a gift certificate for. So it wasn't like I could just find another place. I have stuck with my skincare and hair care routines. We did celebrate Valentine's Day. We had a date night. We actually had a date night at home. We did make your own pizza, and we did not get a chance to set our goals. I did not have a brand project, but I do have one coming up in March that I'm really excited for, so stay tuned for that. I did not film an office tour. Actually, my office has gotten quite messy again, which I'm kicking myself for because I worked so hard in January to organize my office, so I have to get back on track with that. Finance Friday I've been doing every week. I did reach my revenue goal, so thank you for your contributions to that by watching my videos, clicking my affiliate links, and just supporting me in general. And then a wrong workshop I added in later because it was something that came up for February. Family and relationships. I have not made plans yet with my dad's family. We did celebrate James's sister's birthday. I did make plans with my friend Justine, and then I did make plans with my friend Karen, but that ended up getting canceled the same day because my brother needed our help watching the kids because he and his wife were both sick. So I have to reschedule that. I actually feel like as I'm going through this, there may be some other things that I want to put in. Actually, we're going to continue to go through, and then we'll do March. Health and wellness. I don't think I worked out at all in February. I can't believe that I didn't, but I didn't. So I did not reach 4 workouts per week, and I did not reach 100 miles. I did get to my goal weight, which is a little strange to me, but I have been making better eating choices both at home and dining out. I've been snacking less. I've been eating less pasta, which is like my go-to. So I did reach those two, but I haven't worked out, and that's really important to me. I have been doing Duolingo, the Spanish learning app, every day. I'm loving it. It's becoming part of my routine. And what I love about it is that the lessons are really quick, like 90 seconds to 2 minutes. So even if I'm downstairs and I'm ready and James needs 5 more minutes, like I can do it there. Or if I'm waiting for my shower to heat up, I can do it then. Like it's little quick snippets. It's not like I have to sit down for a dedicated 30 minutes to do Spanish learning. Read 4 books. I did. I actually read 5 books. So those were my personal growth goals. Financial, I have finished compiling my tax forms. I did put 1,000 into savings. I actually put more than that. I did my retirement contribution and I did 3 no spend days per week. I was pretty good with my spending in February. And then physical environment prep for a roommate. The only thing we did was inventory once he moved in. I have not finished my dresser. The coat closet has not been done. Gallery wall has not been done, but we did clean out the garage. And by we, I mean me mostly. I mean, oh my gosh, I do not mean me mostly. I mean James mostly. I can't take credit for that. He did most of that and he's amazing for it. All right, so shifting over to March. I'm going to start on this side just because it's easier for me to write. Health and wellness is going to be commit to an exercise routine. I think one of the things that's tough for me when I say like work out 3 days a week or 4 days a week is because the week goes and goes and then it's like Friday. And if my goal was to work out 4 times and I hadn't worked out yet, I'm like, well, I'm not going to be able to reach that goal because there's only 3 days left in the week. So I think that what I need to do is create dedicated workout days. Just like on Tuesday nights, I take out the trash. I'll know that on certain days it's exercise days. So that's one thing I want to do. And then I do want to really reach that goal of 100 miles. I don't remember how many I have to go. I feel like it's like 60 something. And then we're going to do goal weight. And then, of course, continuing to make healthy choices. Spiritual and personal growth. I'm going to do the same thing, except this time I'm not going to, let's see, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not going to do the tracking of every single day for Duolingo, but I still want to do it. So I'm just going to write daily Duolingo. Don't lose streak because I've done it every day this year. Okay, and then these are going to be 5 books that I'm going to read. I am on a goal this year of 1 book per week. I'm a little bit ahead of that goal. I'm at 15 for the year, and we haven't had 15 weeks in the year. But I think it'll be helpful to have the goal of 1 per week as an average, so that if there's a certain week that I'm not able to finish one or something, I have those like extras that I read in January. So we're gonna just list those there. Maybe we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Financial. I feel like I want to write things down and then I'll do the bullets because I don't exactly know how many I'm doing yet. So finish and submit 2024 taxes. Set up revised budget. Now that James and I have figured out what the expenses will look like us living together, I'm going to set up a revised budget based on that because I'll be saving a little bit of money, which is nice. Something else just popped into my head. Oh my goodness, what was it? Finish and submit 2024 taxes. Set up February expenses. So I'm trying to stay on track with every month going back and tracking last month's expenses only for Plan with Elise. I do my expense tracking each week, But what I'm trying to do is have the month before's expenses tracked so that when I go to do my taxes for 2025, it's easier and I'm not having to go through so many places. So I want to get my February expenses done. I want to put, this is going to be a big number for me, $2,000 into savings. I talked in a recent video, I don't remember which one, but I talked a little bit about the fact that I am looking to shift to a part-time schedule for my full-time job by the end of April. And I can talk about it a bit now because it's something that's been discussed with my boss and my company is aware of it and we're working on a transition period. I've been like second in line in my company for 8 years. It's a really long time to just be like, I'm going to give my 2 weeks notice. So I'm really committed to a transition period that's going to work well for me and going to work well for the company that I've dedicated 8 years of my life to. So, part of these huge savings goals that I'm doing are to prepare for that because I'm giving up a salary, either a full-time salary or, what's part-time that I wouldn't be working. And I have a goal of having a year of bills saved before I'm comfortable walking away full-time or part-time. And so I'm pushing really, really hard on savings. Part of why I can do this is because James is moving in and some of those expenses are being split. But the other part is from your support. So, again, when you watch my videos, when you comment, when you click the affiliate links, when you watch ads, all of that kind of stuff really, really helps because those are all earnings and they add up. So, thank you for your support and your help with this. And then we're going to write retirement contribution. Also, because I know this question has come up before, I want to share about it now. Um, for 7 years of working at my job, I did not have health insurance covered through my job. I got it separately on my own. So it's only been this last year that I've had health insurance through my job. So while it will cost me some money, if I shift to part-time, there may still be an option for partial payment like through my job. We haven't talked about that yet, but if I leave completely or there's not an option for partial payment, then I'll be needing to get my own health insurance, which it is an expense, but it's something that I did for 7 years, so I'm not really concerned about doing it now. Okay. Physical, and I feel like these goal videos get so chatty because there's so much that I need to explain. I can't just like write things down and go, but hopefully they help you a little bit too. Physical environment. Let's go back to what I didn't do last month and finish my dresser, coat closet organization, and gallery wall. Finish organizing. Dresser, coat, closet, organization, gallery wall. I have a wall of photos that I used mixed tiles to create. Excuse me, I need a sip of water. One moment. Okay. And I did this a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago. So now it's time to get some of James's photos in that wall, on that wall as well. And then reset my office. Okay. I think we're good on this side. I just wanted to kind of give it another look. Now for the personal side, I'm going to do a focus and we're going to call it relax. I've been told a couple of times recently, more than a couple, more like a handful, that I need to relax by various people in my life. And they are not wrong. I came back from Punta Cana in January with this refreshed mindset of, I had this week to relax. Don't spend the entire year going and just needing the vacation again. And I think that I was really good about it for a few weeks. And then as we got towards the end of January and through February, life just hit hard again. And I need to really focus on finding ways to just relax, let go, slow down a little bit while also trying to achieve everything that I need to achieve. So it's really difficult, it's challenging. But we're going to do two things here. The first one is going to be get the massage. I somewhat enjoy massages. I enjoy how they feel. What I don't enjoy is the hour of my mind racing. And I tend to get really anxious in the days leading up to a massage and I want to cancel, but I need to just get to the massage place. It may sound crazy to some people, like it's not like going to the dentist or going to the doctor. It's such a good thing. But for me, any time where my mind is my hand and where I'm not distracted tends to be difficult. I feel the same way about getting manicures. I get them because we're here on YouTube. I love how my nails look, but I don't love sitting there getting a manicure. I much prefer someone come with me so I can talk to them the whole time. So get the massage. The next one is going to be really focus on relaxing more. Now, by relaxing, let me identify what this means to me because I think what it means to a lot of us are different. I remember having a conversation with a friend a couple of years ago about them needing more time to relax. And I asked what that looked like to them. And to them, that looked like, watching a favorite TV show or something like that. I do that. I find time for that. For me, relaxing means things that I ask myself, like, if I don't do this one thing right now, is it going to be okay? Can I delegate this to another day? Is this not only the best use of my time, but the best use of my energy? I find that I can make time for anything. Last year, I worked full time. I grew Plan with Elise. I wrote a book. I grew a relationship. And I was still showed up, hopefully, for my friends, for my niece and nephew. So I can really make time for whatever I want to. But making the energy for those, let me put that here. Focus on relaxing more and what's the word? Not delegating my energy, but like, I don't know what the word is. Energy. Oops, I spelled it wrong. Energy and dispersing my energy, maybe? I don't know. Oops. Your goal planner doesn't have to be pretty. Just get it done. And dispersing my energy. I still don't love that word there, but that's what we're using because it makes sense to me right now. So again, me relaxing means knowing what's coming up. Like here's a really good example. I have a late night tonight that for something I'm working on. And so this morning, I let myself sleep in earlier or later than I normally would have. I would have gotten up, I would have started filming, I would have done all of these different things before my workday started. We're on my lunch break right now, so I have a little bit of time and my energies, I still have some high energy. But from the moment I finish work until this stuff starts that I have to work on tonight, that's going to go late, I need to really manage my energy levels so that I do have enough energy where I need to show up. The same goes for plans. Oftentimes, I have a hard time when we go out on a Friday night because I'm up really early working on Fridays. And by the end of the week, I'm just exhausted. And so, giving myself a little bit more downtime so that I have the energy to show up for people in my life and I'm not always just waiting to get back home to be in bed in pajamas again is really important and something I want to work towards. So, that's what I mean there. Fun and recreation. There's a lot of fun things that are coming up this month, and I'm just going to list some of them over here. So, one of them is celebrate Justine's birthday. my friend, her birthday's on Sunday, but we are celebrating on Saturday night. Justine is a childhood friend that I've known since kindergarten, and we grew up only a few blocks from each other, and we were both like later in life always the single ones. And then around the exact same time, we both started dating guys named James and confirmed it wasn't the same one, the same guy. But it's really funny because we both got into these serious relationships with men with the same name. Obviously, James is not an uncommon name, but it just makes me laugh. Okay, celebrate Justine's birthday. Um, St. Patrick's Day parade. The we have my cousin's son's bar mitzvah. And James's niece's birthday. Okay, one other thing that I don't want to forget, I'm actually going to put down here, even though we haven't gotten here yet, is I'll put a couple of things in here. Reschedule with Karen and celebrate our anniversary. I'm going to write again. So in January, we went out to celebrate 1 year since our first date. And that day means a lot to me because we went out and that was really the end of it for me. In March, James asked me to be his girlfriend. And so James wants to go celebrate that day, which is great because we celebrate our first date in January, Valentine's Day in February, and then our actual anniversary in March. I'm sure that as we grow in our relationship, we won't be celebrating all of those little milestones, but it's kind of funny. And then where are we with February? Make plans with Radners. I know that some of these are sort of fun. Typically, I tend to put the actual plans here and the plans to make over here. Plans with Radners, which is my dad's side of the family. We haven't seen them in a while and we want to get together. It's also my brother's 40th birthday in March. And while I don't believe he'll be doing anything big, I'm sure that we'll want to get together as a family. Okay, work and learning. I mentioned a brand project is upcoming. Actually, I kind of feel like I could cross off a brand project off my list from February because I worked with Erin Condren for the first time in a long time. However, all transparency, it was not a paid sponsorship. And when I'm looking at brand projects specifically, I'm looking at paid sponsorships because at the end of the day, product doesn't pay the bills, right? And so there's plenty of brands that I work with that I don't get paid for, but there are some that I do get paid for. And those payments really help because if I am looking to leave my job, I can't pay my mortgage with a sticker book. So I guess that's kind of what we're going to look at with brand project. I don't think that I'm going to end up being able to film an office tour in March. I just think that the month is going to be too busy. I'd like to do it in April. So I'm not going to put that here. But I do want to finish March custom spreads by March 9th. The weekend of March 9th is a Sunday, is the last weekend in March that we don't have any plans. And so I really want to be able to dedicate some of that time to getting ahead because the other weekends are going to be really busy. And then I have something else coming up. I can't talk about it, so we're going to call it the big thing. So last year we referred to my book as Big Project. I don't want to use the same phrase. So this year we're calling the thing that's happening the big thing. And I'll talk about it as soon as I can. But in the meantime, it's going to take up a lot of my time. And so I have to, again, disperse my energy where it needs to go. So those are my March goals. I feel like internally I was kicking and screaming about doing this video and whether or not I wanted to set March goals. I actually reworked my YouTube content calendar for this weekend specifically to remove doing this video. And the more I thought about it all morning, the more I felt like, again, if I don't set any goals, nothing's going to happen. If I set goals and achieve half of them, that's, 50% more than I would have done if I hadn't set them at all. So if you are kicking and screaming about setting goals or what the month looks like, or you feel like you're just overwhelmed, you're not alone. I'm there too, but we can get through it. And hopefully this video helped you a little bit. I will say one thing that just popped into my head that now I'm kind of kicking and screaming about is the fact that I did not reference my quarterly goals at all when I did this, which is silly that I didn't do that because we are now at the end of the first quarter. And how am I supposed to figure out if I'm on track with my quarterly goals if I'm not referencing them? So real quick, just to now look at them. I have a revenue goal. I've reached it in January and February. I've been doing Finance Fridays. I haven't been doing as much lifestyle content, so we can add that in. I haven't revamped Patreon, but that is now going to get shifted till later in the year because of the big thing. And 2 brand projects. I don't remember if I did one in January or not, so we'll see how that goes. I am working on living on a reduced budget. I do have a goal weight and healthier lifestyle. We talked about making plans with extended families, kitchen organization, that's done. I have decluttered and organized most of the house. 1,500 to retirement is on track. Empty and organized and closet done. Declutter and organize my office done, but sort of need to redo. And my bedroom closet, that's done. And I have actually already passed 13 books. So really the only thing is more lifestyle content. Other than that, we've done pretty well, which means that even though I haven't looked at my quarterly goals in a bit, I set them in a way that had me focus on them in January, February, and March, and I was aware of what I wanted the first quarter of the year to look like. So not bad. Okay, I think with that, we are all set. This is a Moxie Life Planner, and these are Moxie Dots at Moxie Life. You can save with code PLAN with Elise. I'll link everything in the description of the video. As always, thank you so much for your support. I really, really, truly appreciate it, especially as we embark on the next phase of what this year looks like. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.